Every day, millions of people avoid eggs because they've been told they're dangerous, that the cholesterol inside an egg could clog your arteries or trigger a heart attack. But what if everything you've heard about eggs is wrong? What if those small white shells actually hold one of the most complete foods on Earth, capable of rebuilding your cells, balancing your hormones, and protecting your heart and brain at the same time? New research reveals that eggs do not raise bad cholesterol. In fact, they help your body produce HDL, the good cholesterol that clears your arteries. Each egg contains over 40 vital nutrients: choline for your liver and brain, lutein and zeaxanthin for your eyes, vitamin K2 for your bones, and complete amino acids for muscle repair and hormone production. After the age of 40, your body naturally loses its ability to regenerate tissue and keep hormones balanced. But just 3 to 4 eggs a day can change that equation, providing the raw materials your body needs to build strength, clarity, and youthful energy again. So before you skip breakfast, ask yourself, are you avoiding eggs? Or are you avoiding one of the most powerful healing foods nature ever created? When we talk about eggs, we are not just talking about breakfast. We are talking about one of the most efficient building blocks of human life. To understand why 3 to 4 eggs a day can transform your body, we have to look at what the egg actually is: a complete living package designed to grow new life. Unlike a piece of meat, which is only muscle tissue, an egg contains every single element needed to create a living organism: protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and protective compounds. The protein inside an egg has the highest biological value known to nutrition science. That means the amino acids from eggs are absorbed more completely and used more efficiently than protein from beef, chicken, or fish. The body can convert almost the entire egg protein into human tissue, repairing cells in your muscles, joints, skin, and organs. After 40, your natural protein synthesis slows down, and this is where eggs become a quiet ally. They provide leucine, the key amino acid that switches on muscle growth and cellular repair, even when your hormone levels decline. Most people think protein is only for muscles, but it is also the foundation of enzymes, hormones, and neurotransmitters. Every heartbeat, every thought, every breath relies on proteins being built and rebuilt. The egg's amino acid profile is so balanced that your body wastes almost nothing. Compare that with lean meat. Only 10 to 20% of that protein can be used for fuel. In contrast, because an egg contains both protein and natural fat from the yolk, up to 65% of its energy can be converted directly into usable fuel. That is why you feel full, steady, and energized longer after eating eggs compared with a low-fat meal. The yolk is not the villain you are told to fear. It is the heart of the egg's power. It carries healthy fats, fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K2, and a compound called choline, a nutrient many adults over 40 are lacking. Choline helps your liver process fat and prevents the buildup that leads to fatty liver disease. It also supports memory and focus by forming acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for mental clarity. If you often forget names or lose focus mid-conversation, your brain may simply be starved of choline, and an egg can restore that deficit naturally. Eggs are also rich in antioxidants, rarely found together in animal foods, lutein and zeaxanthin. These protect the retina from blue light damage and slow down macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss with age. When you eat eggs daily, you are feeding your eyes the exact nutrients they need to stay sharp for decades. But the story goes deeper. The white of the egg contains antimicrobial peptides that defend a growing chick from infection. When you eat them, they subtly strengthen your own immune system, supporting your gut barrier and reducing bacterial overload. This is one reason eggs are well tolerated during recovery from illness. They deliver pure nourishment without inflammatory residue. Now let's look at the broader metabolism picture. After 40, insulin sensitivity decreases, cortisol rises, and muscle tissue breaks down more easily. Protein from eggs provides a steady supply of amino acids without spiking blood sugar, helping you maintain lean mass and stable energy. In other words, eggs act like a natural metabolic stabilizer. The combination of protein and fat keeps you satisfied, reduces cravings, and prevents the mid-morning crash that comes from sugary breakfast. It is not an exaggeration to say that you could live healthily for years with eggs as your main protein source. Historical data even show isolated populations thriving on diets rich in eggs and fish with minimal chronic disease. Of course, variety matters, but few foods deliver this ratio of efficiency, digestibility, and micronutrient density. So when you crack an egg, you are not just opening breakfast. You are opening a biological blueprint for regeneration, fuel that your body recognizes, absorbs, and uses immediately to rebuild itself. For anyone past 40 seeking stronger muscles, clearer thinking, steadier energy, and balanced hormones, that is not a luxury. It is a daily medicine hidden in plain sight. Before you crack your next egg, you need to understand something the food industry rarely talks about. Every time you skip the yolk, every time you throw away that golden center, you are discarding one of the most concentrated sources of life protection ever discovered. Inside that yellow sphere lies a cocktail of compounds that fight oxidation, repair DNA, and keep calcium, cholesterol, and inflammation under control. Let's start with what truly separates an egg from all other proteins. Its fat matrix. The yolk carries phospholipids, the same molecules that build the membranes of your brain cells. When your diet lacks them, those membranes stiffen, communication between neurons slows, and memory declines. After 40, the enzymes that create new phospholipids weaken. Eggs deliver them ready-made, giving your brain what it can no longer manufacture fast enough. That is why people who eat eggs daily often report sharper focus and improved recall within weeks. Now to one of the most misunderstood nutrients on the planet, cholesterol. You have been told to fear it, yet every hormone in your body is built from it. When you deprive yourself of dietary cholesterol, your adrenal glands and reproductive organs work harder to produce it, raising stress hormones like cortisol. Long-term cortisol elevation destroys muscle, raises blood sugar, and ages your skin. By supplying natural cholesterol together with choline and vitamin D, eggs allow your endocrine system to maintain balance without overworking. That is biochemical stability, not risk. Vitamin K2 in the yolk is another silent guardian. Without K2, calcium ends up where it shouldn't, in your arteries, kidneys, and joints. With enough K2, calcium is redirected into your bones and teeth, keeping them dense while preventing arterial plaque. Combine that with vitamin D from the same egg, and you have the natural synergy medicine has tried to replicate for decades. This pair acts like a molecular traffic officer, directing minerals to the right place and clearing the rest from danger zones. But protection goes deeper than bones. Eggs carry retinol, the active form of vitamin A, not the plant precursor beta-carotene that many can't convert efficiently after 40. Retinol supports the epithelial lining of your lungs, gut, and sinuses, the very surfaces that block viruses and bacteria from entering your bloodstream. When those barriers dry and thin with age, infection risk skyrockets. 1 to 2 yolks a day can rebuild them naturally. Another weapon hiding in the yolk, lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids act as internal sunglasses. Every second your eyes are hit by blue light radiation from screens, retina cells absorb oxidative stress. When that damage accumulates, macular degeneration begins, often silently, until vision collapses. A single egg yolk delivers precisely the fat-soluble form your eyes can absorb. Studies show that 2 to 4 eggs daily raise blood lutein levels by over 30% within a month. That is not marketing. That is measurable protection. Choline deserves its own alarm. Modern diets are disastrously low in it. The liver needs choline to package and export fat. Without it, triglycerides accumulate, creating non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a silent epidemic now affecting 1 in 3 adults. Most people never feel it until the liver hardens. One large egg gives about 1/3 of your daily choline requirement, and 3 to 4 cover it completely. No supplement mimics that balance. Antioxidants inside eggs also defend your DNA through a process called methylation. When methylation slows from stress, age, or toxin exposure, cells lose their ability to repair genetic damage. That is where cancers begin. Eggs provide methyl donors, choline, folate, and natural B12. Together, they restart the repair engines that detoxify estrogen byproducts, heavy metals, and free radicals. In plain terms, eggs help your body switch from damage mode back to healing mode. Let's talk about the cardiovascular system, the area most misunderstood. Many still believe eggs raise heart risk. The truth: eggs increase HDL, the scavenger particle that removes excess cholesterol from arteries. At the same time, the lecithin and omega-3 fats in pasture-raised eggs lower triglycerides and reduce platelet stickiness, making blood flow smoother. Think of it as natural plaque control. Gentle, constant, efficient. But not all eggs are equal. Conventional caged hens live in stress, producing eggs high in cortisol and omega-6 fatty acids, the same inflammatory compounds that drive arthritis and arterial stiffness. Pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs flip that ratio, delivering more DHA, the fat your brain craves and your heart uses for rhythm stability. Every morning you choose between feeding inflammation or feeding longevity. Here is the final warning. When you cook eggs at very high heat, you destroy the delicate fats and antioxidants that make them medicinal. Over-browned scrambled eggs or deep-fried omelets turn those nutrients rancid. Cook them gently, over easy, soft-boiled, or poached. You are not frying food. You are preserving medicine. 3 to 4 eggs daily is not excess. It is a therapeutic dose of renewal. The science is clear. From your brain to your arteries, from your liver to your eyes, each yolk repairs a piece of you that modern stress erodes. If you skip them out of fear, you are not avoiding cholesterol. You are avoiding regeneration itself. You now know the nutrients that make eggs extraordinary. But the next mistake could cancel every benefit you've gained: choosing the wrong eggs. Behind every carton lies a silent chemistry that can heal or harm your body. 65% of eggs sold globally come from caged hens. These birds spend their lives in metal boxes 8 inches wide, under constant fluorescent light, breathing ammonia. Their stress chemistry is measurable: high cortisol, high inflammation, oxidized fats. When you eat those eggs, that chemistry becomes part of you. The oxidative load rises, triglycerides increase, and your immune system interprets the foreign stress molecules as toxins. If you already battle joint pain, high blood pressure, or anxiety, those conventional eggs amplify it quietly, day after day. Cage-free sounds better, but it is mostly a marketing illusion. The birds have a few square feet, still confined in massive barns with artificial feed and no sunlight. Nutrient testing shows almost identical omega to 6 overload. Pasture-raised, however, changes everything. When chickens move freely under real sunlight, their bodies synthesize vitamin D naturally, and that transfers directly into the yolk. Their feed includes insects, seeds, and grass rich in omega-3 fats. The result: up to 10 times more vitamin D and 5 times more omega-3 than caged eggs. That difference is not cosmetic. It is metabolic. Organic labeling only guarantees that feed lacks pesticides, not that hens see sunlight or grass. For true quality, you need both organic and pasture-raised, or even better, a verified local farm. When possible, talk to the farmer, ask what the hens eat, and look at the yolk color. Deep orange means carotenoids. Pale yellow means synthetic dye. You can literally see nutrition with your eyes. Now, how you cook determines whether those nutrients survive or burn. Overheated oils turn beneficial fats into peroxides that attack arteries. Commercial kitchens often use reused vegetable oils at smoking temperature, a direct source of oxidative LDL. At home, keep it gentle. Use olive oil or grass-fed butter over low heat, or boil for 6 minutes to keep yolks soft and intact. When the yolk turns green or gray, the sulfur compounds have broken down. You've lost the medicinal power. Eggs also act as nutrient amplifiers. Combine them with certain foods and absorption skyrockets. The fat in yolks increases uptake of carotenoids from leafy greens up to 9-fold. Pair them with arugula, spinach, or kale. You transform a simple meal into a detox powerhouse. Add onions and black pepper to trigger phase 2 liver enzymes that neutralize toxins. A touch of sea salt restores trace minerals lost through stress. Each pairing multiplies the biological return of every bite. There's also a protective synergy between eggs and tomatoes. Lycopene, the red pigment in tomatoes, shields arteries and prostate tissue from oxidation. But it is fat-soluble. You absorb little unless it's eaten with natural fat. The yolk provides that vehicle, delivering lycopene straight into cell membranes. That's why traditional Mediterranean diets, eggs with olive oil and tomatoes, show some of the lowest heart disease rates in the world. Add half an avocado, and the monounsaturated fats stabilize blood sugar and calm inflammation. After 40, stable glucose equals stable mood and cognition. Those healthy fats also protect cell membranes from insulin spikes that age your skin. One simple breakfast, eggs, greens, tomato, avocado, creates a metabolic environment opposite of the modern processed carb morning that triggers fatigue and cravings. Now, an urgent caution. Most commercial omega-3 eggs are produced by feeding hens flax or fish oil additives stored in warm silos. Once those oils oxidize, they lose potency and may even become pro-inflammatory. If the package doesn't specify cold-pressed feed or flaxseed meal, the omega-3 claim means little. Choose freshness over labels. Fresh local eggs stored under 10 days carry the strongest nutrient profile. For those with mild cholesterol fear, here's the hard truth. Skipping yolks deprives you of vitamins A, D, E, K2, and essential fats, forcing your liver to overproduce cholesterol. Ironically, eating the whole egg lowers total cholesterol more consistently than eating whites alone. The body functions on balance, not deprivation. Finally, understand the long-term equation. 3 to 4 eggs a day do more than feed muscle. They reset metabolic stability. The lecithin emulsifies fat in your bloodstream, improving bile flow and digestion. The amino acids rebuild collagen in arteries and skin. The vitamins support methylation that keeps your genes switched in the repair position instead of inflammation. In practical terms, your risk for fatty liver, insulin resistance, cognitive decline, and osteoporosis all drop together, not because eggs are magic, but because they restore the biological codes your body has been missing. So when you open a carton tomorrow morning, remember this is not a breakfast choice. It is a medical decision. You can choose cheap calories that feed inflammation, or you can choose cellular renewal hidden inside a simple shell. 3 to 4 clean, pasture-raised eggs per day could mean the difference between aging faster or aging stronger. The truth is simple, and it has been hidden in plain sight. The most powerful healing tool for your metabolism, your hormones, your heart, your brain, and your liver is not locked inside a drug or a supplement. It is sitting quietly in your refrigerator. 3 to 4 eggs a day could do what years of medication often fail to achieve: restore balance. For decades, the world was told that eggs cause heart attacks. That message came from an era of fear, not science. Modern clinical studies have shattered that myth. The cholesterol in eggs does not damage arteries. Inflammation does. The refined sugars, seed oils, and stress that dominate modern life have done far more harm than any yolk ever could. The egg was never the enemy. It was the scapegoat. When you eat 3 to 4 eggs daily, you are not just feeding muscle. You are repairing your biology. The amino acids rebuild your tissues. The phospholipids renew your brain. The choline detoxifies your liver. The K2 directs calcium where it belongs. And the antioxidants guard your vision and your skin. Each yolk is a micro-laboratory of renewal, one that medicine is finally learning to respect again. But the choice is still yours. You can keep fearing cholesterol, skipping breakfast, and letting energy crashes, hormone imbalance, and cognitive decline control your day. Or you can start every morning with nature's perfect design, a simple meal of clean, pasture-raised eggs, cooked gently, eaten slowly, honored as fuel for regeneration. If you remember one message today, let it be this: real healing begins when you stop fearing the natural and start repairing the internal. Your body is not broken. It is waiting for the right materials to rebuild itself. And eggs, humble, whole, alive, are one of the most complete blueprints ever given to human health. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for coffee or cereal, pause for a second. Hear that quiet emergency tone again. Not from the outside world, but from inside your own cells, calling for balance. Answer that call. Feed them what they need. Eat smart. Age stronger. And remember, subscribe to Steady Steps Health for more science-based ways to heal naturally, one meal at a time.